Good morning and welcome back, J and J fam. Today we're going to do a little bit of parts talk. Now by parts I mean hardware. Okay, there's some different terminology for it, but mostly it's known as hardware. Anywhere you'll go. Now some of it's not considered hardware. We're going to talk some bits, a new compression driver, a new compression bit that I got. And then we're going to talk quality about some hardware, and I just want to show you and get your thoughts about how you do things. And we'll go over that. Sorry, I had to reject a phone call. So let's just get it clear. I'm not sponsored by any body we're going to talk about today. But, you know, Hillman, Spider, Speed Tool, Nakamichi, Bosch, any of those people, you want to sponsor me? Hey, give me a call. Hit me up, Gmails, all that's on the end of the video. Feel free. Anyway, get that out of the way. For right now, hey, like, subscribe. Man, it helps so much. It really helps. And for anybody that, you know, knows a little bit about YouTube or does any kind of content, that's all they care about for your ratings and for your, you know, how you do. And yeah, just do it for me, okay? So let's get started. I'm going to flip you guys around. We're going to talk about some stuff today. I'm really excited about breaking out the, I don't know if you can read that upside down and backwards, about breaking out the Nakamichi plugs for this build. Really excited. I've never used these. These things are beasts. I mean, you can tell my hand is huge. These plugs, this is just beast mode right here. Okay, anyway, we're going to get to it, but I'm excited. So I'm going to flip you guys around. And we're going to get moving. First part today I want to talk about, these are the normal insets that I use for my speaker builds. Okay, I use these on wood and metal because wood screws, eventually they pull out, or if you swap them out enough, if you're like me, if you blow stuff, wood just doesn't hold. And these steel, or these are stainless actually, stainless inserts with machine head style, you know, rounded. Trying to get you a good picture there. Yeah. This is what I normally use. But for this build here, it's a little bit more strenuous. So let me zoom down a little bit right here and show you this part. So this is a two-piece. Okay. I guess everybody knows what this is. Maybe I should take it apart and show you. I only have one hand, so this may be difficult. So hold on. You can just stare at the amazing Nakamichi plug right there, and we'll get to that in a second while I undo this. Alright, so there's your two parts. Okay, and that's what I normally use. Let's get you in better focus there. That's what I normally use right there. But, for one, these are only 3/4 long. Okay, so the Kicker LT7s come standard with this hardware. It's going to be a little hard to get it into focus here. Anyway, I don't know if you can tell, this is a 1-inch square, so that's how I'm working right here. So it came with these. Well, me, you know, I just threaded in there, started it, and I was like, oh yeah, perfect. Well, it only goes about 4 threads and then it stops and hangs up. So, back to the drawing board I went, and I had to figure something out. Well, so what I did is I said, you know what? I scratched it all. And on this build, we're going to use these amazing things called T-nuts. Okay? Now, I upgraded the original hardware to now 1032. Now, you say, well, 1032 is not that big. Well, it really is in comparison to the original hardware. You know what I mean? That's beef, you know. So, we'll get rid of the original. Now, these 1032s work the same way. So you insert your T-nuts on the back of your wood. You got to be talented to do this stuff one-handed. Some of these creators, I give them a lot of... Anyway. So, let's get it back over here in focus. My bad. I'm winging this, so bear with me. That's what's going to be happening. So this right here will dig into your wood. You know, and then this will go all the way through your subwoofer or your speaker. In this case, it's a subwoofer. And that is all stainless Well, right, no, sorry. These aren't stainless. This is all steel hardware to hold that into place. Okay, these are 12-inch kicker squares. They're going to make some vibration. You know, I mean, that's what they're supposed to do. So this is what I upgraded to. All right, so you guys put your comments, whatever you think. I don't think I can do better than that. Okay, so each one of these will have 8 of these on there. As you can tell, I bought some extra. I always buy more than I need. There's 50 in this, and like I said, I'm not sponsored by Hillman, but these are machine screws. These are 1032 by 2-inch. They're calling them a round combo. Okay, well, anyway, it's just called a combo because it has the nut in here. I'm not going to use it, but I thought, hey, I'm buying 50 of them, so if I do ever need the nuts, I'll have them in the box. Okay? All right, moving on. So if you remember, for those of you who have watched, if you haven't, I'm putting acrylic panels on the front of these things, okay, on this custom box. And it has 34, yes, 34 holes in each acrylic panel. They're 20 inches wide, 14 inches tall. I did not want them to vibrate. So these little babies right here, they're really small. They look sort of big, but they're not. These are actually a number 8 by 1 inch. And they have a flat head. I didn't want to use Phillips because I didn't want them stripping. So I got 1/4-inch heads on these. All right, so me being the dummy, I was like, how in the world can I not find a 1/4-inch head? Only thing I have, you know, like the extension drivers. So I had to break out and get the old Bosch. Now, for almost a $6 driver, oh, I was a little mad about that, but I didn't want to buy a set. I only wanted the one because I have other sets, and this one is slim enough to do what I wanted to do. So sometimes, hey, bite the bullet and get it done. So that's what I did. So I'm really happy. Those are going to be good with my plexiglass. Well, it's actually acrylic. And those bad boys will be 34 of those in each panel. So really happy about that. For the T-nut installation, I should have covered that while I had them out here. Let's get you from flailing around. Sorry there. For the T-nut, you got to drill it out. And I went ahead and bit the bullet, as I say a lot anyway. And I bought a brand new 13/64 bit. Drill the holes, and then, you know, you'll push that T-nut into the hole you drill. Yes, I purposely, it's almost exact, so these will fit snug. You want to tap them in. You don't want these to just fall in the hole. You know, I could drill a 1/4-inch hole, but they would just fall in there, and I don't want that. Because when you go to take your screw out, you take the chance of possibly this falling out of the back, depending on, you know, how it's setting and what, you know. So this is going in a big diesel truck. That big diesel truck, you know, vibrates. You know, I'm sure it goes off-road. I'm sure, you know, it's not just a pavement princess. So I want to make sure everything is secure and everything is done right. So, not sponsored, but this is a Stinger made by Snyder. Snyder, made by Spider. Oh, man, my head's in the clouds. Anyway, made in USA. I have used some other products by this company. Now, I reviewed these once. Blow the dust off. I just happen to have these sitting here. I use a T25 bit constantly. And these hold up just as good as my high-dollar Makita bits. So, I'm not, like I said, not sponsored, but I'm happy with this company. And like I said, USA made. You know, support our people. Quit sending money overseas. And this has my impact adapter already on it. So there was some really good bits, a little bit higher than this. I won't say any names. For 50 cents more, I got this one with the impact collar, adapter, whatever you want to call it on there. So very happy about that. So that is for that. Now let's get to what I really been wanting to show you. These bad boys right here. Now, this is a 1-inch grid. That plug is 4 inches. It's hard to say how big that is, and it almost is 3/4 inch wide. Tell me that is not phenomenal. You know what I mean? Like, that is just such a beast. Okay, so the way these work. Get you into focus here. Sorry I keep showing that bloom thing. That's just my cutting. So this is actually what will be installed to your box. Okay. This is just your run-of-the-mill terminal. Okay. But here's the thing. This thing is solid all the way through. It's hard to focus on stuff that's shiny. Anyway, it's a solid shaft. There's never any interference between the outside of the terminal and the inside of the terminal. It's solid. Okay? Now, I'm not saying this thing is solid brass, solid gold, or whatever. Give me a break. You know, I'm not buying $300 terminals here. And then I just kick it across the... So on both sides of this, front and back, your speaker terminals or your wires are terminated with banana plugs. So again, I was trying to get my finger in. This will not focus. What is the deal here? There we go. So again, your wire goes in there, solid core. Let's just take it apart and I'll show you. So the Nakamichis, I really like these little plugs. So it's a two-part plug. So if you can, show you right there. Now see, your wire goes in the bottom here, through there, and then it has a lock in there, or set screw, as I know them called. And that set screw screws the wire down, and then your sleeve here screws on top of that over it. So again, copper, solid core all the way through, okay? Right? And then on the outside of your box, you have this. Screw it down real quick. And then that banana plug plugs right into the end of your terminal with your wire connected. So your wire's connected here. This is on the outside of the box, so solid, core to core, right? And on the inside of the box, you do the same thing. Now, I may end up dropping you trying to do this, but we're going to try to get it down here. So on the inside of the box is the same thing. Your banana plug plugs right into the end of that on the inside of the box. Okay. Now here, I'll just bring this up here. My cable that I just made, once stripped down, it will be like that in that plug. Okay. Solid core all the way through, from the inside, solid core, to the outside, solid core, right to your amp. No interference. So with a good shielded copper wire, solid core all the way through, inside and out, you know, no galvanized steel or nothing, well, it's going to be steel, but no galvanized or anything to cause interference, no impure metals. That's the best I can do. And to me, this right here ensures good quality. Now on base, it can really be not good quality, and you will never know the difference because, you know, you don't really know any distortion, and you can't tell because it's bass. But me building the person I am, building hi-fi, this is how I do it, and this is quality right here. So keep that in mind. I just wanted to share a little bit. Maybe I'll help somebody with something if you're planning on doing something like this. You can look this stuff up. And sorry, there's a four-wheeler going through the pasture. But this is how you do it. And to me, this is proper. So, just want to give you guys a heads up on how things, I think quality should be. Now, I'm sure, yes, you can get higher quality than that. But for $50, basically, is what this cost. I think this is a good setup, and I think this hardware here is the way you should do things. Okay, so while I have you here, I want to try this, and I've never tried one before. If you on the channel know, I run a CNC, and I cut things all the time. Now, I usually, like hardwoods and stuff, I run an upcut bit, okay? You know, for plies and stuff, I cut a lot of birch, that kind of stuff. I use a down cut. Well, this right here, this compression driver, I know this is made in China, guys. This is a $20 bit, It's not, but Speed Tool, I've had good luck with them for the price. So keep that in mind. But this is both. This compressor driver is an up and a down. What? I know, it blew my mind. I'd never heard of one of these. Maybe in other, circles this is common. But for me, this was new. So, you guys here before too long, we're going to be cutting something. We're going to give this thing a whirl. I just got it. I had to see what it was all about. And we're going to get her done. So, quick overview. I don't know. I was this old when... Let me show you what I normally use. Oh, you guys fell. Okay. So this is what I normally use. These little things, you push through one side of your wood, your baffle, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And then, you put your screw through your driver and it screws into this. And this just makes a solid connection. And you don't have to worry about the wood breaking loose from the threads of wood screws. Well, like I said, we upped that a little bit. And now we're going to be using, let me get you one out here. This is a Hillman. Again, not sponsored, but it can be. Hit me up, guys. Well, it's called a T-nut. Oh, it does say T-nut right there. But this is a 1032. Okay? And that's what you get. That's what you get. Basically, they're $1 a piece. So, yeah, keep that in mind. I was a little shocked about how much they were, but hey, I like to do everything I can for customers, and I want their stuff done right. And to me, that's a big thing. So sacrifices, yeah. I'd rather lose $50 or $100 of my profit and the customer be completely happy with what they get. So, all right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that, learned something. I just wanted to share, I did a little bit of trial and error here, and this is what I came up with. Again, I'm so excited to be using this. If you guys are old audio heads and stuff, you remember Nakamichi back in the day, like my first high dollar head unit that I paid $400 for, when I didn't really have it, and that's what it was. It was a Nakamichi, no digital tuner, nothing. It was just a straight, they were old and ugly, but man, in the day I thought that was, to have those and a good set of 6x9s, you thought that was the world. So anyway, I just dropped one of my connectors on the ground. All right, we'll stick around and hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll catch you up later. We're going to start the big build today, get it going. I'm not going to be able to film. I'm going to be in the sanding room, and it's just too hard to film there. There's too much sound, the wind blowing, the air. It's just, sorry about that. I'm going to work on that and see if I can get something worked out to do that. But for now, thank you, and y'all enjoy.